Good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning. If you're watching this live, thank you for that. If you're watching this later, we do upload these shows and other podcasts that we do to www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. We'd appreciate you checking us out there. Getting into your traffic this morning, kind of rough. It's very clear here in the Livingston Parish area. Unfortunately, if you're going all the way into downtown Baton Rouge, you're going to need to find a clever way to get around some traffic. There's the traffic story du jour today is a major wreck on the Mississippi River Bridge has caused backups all the way back to the 10-12 split if you're heading on I-12 westbound. So please keep that in mind as you're heading into Baton Rouge. Probably best to keep to the surface streets. Traffic very light at the moment, especially at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190, as well as 64 heading into Central, and if you take a left on Greenville Springs. So again, traffic's moving pretty steady getting into Baton Rouge. It's just if you're going all the way into Baton Rouge downtown, gonna face some problems because of that accident on the bridge. So please keep that in mind. It's currently 50 degrees, 60 degrees is your high. It's only going to get about 10 degrees warmer, 44 your overnight low. It's going to stay cloudy this morning, going to get a little warmer. The sun's going to come out this afternoon. Mr. Gary Frog Talbert, who is the parish councilman for District 2, which is the Watson area, has started a website for his constituents. It's garytalbert.com. He just converted his campaign website into a portal where you can submit your questions, comments, concerns, issues within the district so that he can not only keep track of them, but send them off to departments at the parish for which they need to go to. So if you have a sewer complaint, he can ship that off. If you have a drainage complaint, a street complaint, whatever, those will go to the specific parish departments they need to arrive. Now, the nice thing about it is instead of having to keep hand track of it or keep an Excel spreadsheet or something, he has developed a back end, almost like a customer service type deal that keeps all that data and information. So if maybe over a 6-week period, 6 different people in a subdivision submit the same complaint, he can track that as an issue that the parish needs to work on because clearly there's something underlying going on in the area. Denham City Hall or really the city of Denham Springs itself, is looking for grant money. A lot of that grant money is going to go towards trying to fix up the outside of City Hall. It's currently under renovation. Of course, they had all those sales. Well, they weren't sales. FEMA came in and demolished several buildings on Government Street, and then they used that money, or are now using that money, to redo the roof on the new Capital One building, which is their new City Hall, and renovate the inside. They are looking for grants through the Louisiana Watershed Initiative to add green space outside City Hall, which helps for drainage. It absorbs water. They're also looking to add trees and things in the downtown area. A couple of other things that they're looking to do is find money to acquire property in the Spring Park area. There are several lots and homes that are just repetitive loss. They continually flood. That includes the former site of the First Baptist Church there on the corner of Centerville and River Road. Looking to demolish that building as well as acquire some of those properties, bring them out of commerce because nobody's going to build there anyway. Also looking to make a master drainage plan for the city, looking at some of those hot spots where when you have heavy rains inside the city limits of Denham Springs, what's going on? Is there just constant trash getting into the drainage pipes there? Are they not big enough? Is the incline not large enough? Those types of things. Trying to get studies going on that. So several points that they're looking to get grant money from. This is from the Louisiana Watershed Initiative. The state is divided up into 9 watersheds. Livingston is part of a watershed that includes Ascension, East Baton Rouge, East and West Feliciana, Livingston, of course, St. Helena, Tangipahoa, St. Tammany, and Washington. So a lot of competition. Round 1 funding is applied for here in 2020. There's $100 million of it. It will be distributed later in 2020 and into 2021. Phase 2 is in 2022. Phase 3 is coming in 2024. It's a $1.3 billion block grant, and the reward pot grows per phase. So it's $100 million first phase, and it will grow in phase 2 and grow in phase 3. However, those numbers for phase 2 and phase 3 are still kind of being worked out. So again, City of Denham Springs looking to add some green space, change up that parking lot, try to find some things that aren't concrete to absorb a lot of the storm water that comes to the downtown area especially during the summer during those heavy rains. Mr. Tristan Dewey of Denham Springs High School, a safety, is going to find a home at Mississippi College to play his college career. He was not really worried, as he said, about divisions, Division I, Division. He just wanted to go and play in college. He liked his visit to Mississippi College. Signing week, National Signing Week, is coming up here. I believe it's next week. If not next week, it's the week after. So he'll be looking to ink it down with Mississippi College, but it looks like he's made his decision, so he doesn't have to worry about it going into National Signing. Tonight, Denham Springs and Walker are going to kick off the District 4-5A slate for girls basketball. They this was an interesting pairing last year. They alternated wins. Denham took the parish tournament win for the championship. Walker then came back and beat Denham for the District 4-5A crown. And then Denham beat Walker in the semifinals, only to go on and lose to Captain Shreve and become a state runner-up. So a little history there. Going to be kicking off that 4-5A district slate tonight. It should be a good game. Both of those teams are doing pretty well this year. So please keep an eye on that. I believe Mr. William Weathers will be there. You can follow him on Twitter if you're looking for live scoring updates. Next week is School Counselor Awareness Week. This is where these folks that are helping kids do everything from, get through their day to schedule their classes for next year and just anything in between, trying to be there for these kids, through their high school journey, help them along through it, and be a support system within the school system to try to make these kids feel, like they're going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. They'll help them figure it out. They're going to get through it. So next week, February 3rd through 7th, celebrating those counselors. Superintendent Joe Murphy asks individual parents, if you want to know what your counselor is doing at your school, you are always more than welcome to pick up the phone, call the front office. They will connect you with the counselor, and you can talk to them about anything that's going on at the school. And if they've heard anything about your child specifically, or if they've met with your child, I'm not entirely sure what the legal ramifications are. I don't know if they can talk specifically about what's going on with the child if there is an issue. But I know they can talk to them about their classes, what they think is best, what they think isn't. So they're there not just as a resource for the kids, but a resource for parents as well. So again, thank you to those school counselors. And next week is School Counselor Awareness Week and Appreciation Week, February 3rd through 7th. Coming up on February 6th and 7th, that's a Friday and Saturday, or Thursday and Friday, excuse me. A Die Flerdalmaus is coming to Hammond, the Columbia Theater in Hammond. It will be performed by Southeastern students. It is a 7 p.m. both days, but there are two folks from Livingston Parish who will be stars of the show. That's Miss Madeline Taylor of Watson and Mr. Grayson Baracco of Denham Springs. So congratulations to those two on getting their name in the spotlight. Again, that show will be February 6th and 7th at 7 p.m. at the Columbia Theater in Hammond. Again, do not forget the traffic situation. There is currently a major wreck on I-12 westbound or I-10 westbound going over the bridge. The backup is all the way to the 10-12 split and continues to grow larger as this is a pretty heavy traffic incident. Please keep that in mind if you're heading into downtown Baton Rouge or anywhere, probably past Airline. You probably need to get off, use the surface streets to get around a lot of the traffic that's going on. Currently in Denham, in the Denham area, going into Baton Rouge, relatively clear. Same thing in Watson on 64 heading into Central. You're looking at relatively clear traffic patterns. Minor delays on 64 heading into Central. There it is. Taking a left there on Greenville Springs. Still looking pretty clear, actually. Not as backed up as normal. And then, of course, at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190. Some minor delays, but nothing crazy. Again, and I-12's relatively clear heading into Baton Rouge. It's just that wreck causing delays to back up towards the Denham Springs area. A reminder that it is 50 degrees. Currently 60 degrees is your high today as we look at clouds this morning. Moving into some sun this afternoon and a warm up. 44 degrees is going to be your overnight low. One last time, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. Please remember, as mentioned, you can check these shows out, www.livingstonparishnews.com. /podcast. We'd appreciate you going and looking at them. We have audio and video versions there as well. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We're online. We have an app to go with that online product. We are also once a week in print on Thursdays. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy this afternoon weather as the sun is supposed to come out. These clouds are supposed to dissipate. Hope you have a great weekend, and we will catch you Monday here in the booth.